What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Novadollar Investment back with another video. And today it's a sad day, man. Sad day in the market. You're wondering why the account is showing a negative 100% cumulative return, correct? Well, I'm not sure. That's like a glitch. That should not be the case. But as you can see, I've liquidated the account. Liquidated the account, and so the video today is because is I'm bringing to you. The purpose of it is to talk about why I'm taking a break from Composer, and it's not. This is not hate. This is just real concerns for me at this time. I really love their First of all, Composer is awesome. Like the folks that work there, their customer service top notch. I mean, you ask a question, right? They're responding to you in record amount of time. So my issue is not with the company or anything like that. It's just the way things are set up right now with them. My first issue is trade times, right? Composer forces all trades to react at 12:50 to 1300 Pacific Standard Time, right? So all the trades that happen, right? All the rebalancing that occurs is happening during that 10-minute window, and that's after the market is mostly cooked for the entire day, right? And there, so there, and then for me, there's no ability to trade the open, the midday, or manually react to major news. For instance, like these past, this past month, really, or the past 3 months, there's been tariff news, trade wars, right? All kind of stuff within the market that you've seen all kinds of whipsaws occur, and there's no chance to really react to those fundamental events that are occurring. So for me, I don't feel comfortable uh, uh, with putting money into Composer at this time because of that. Right? I'm sure that in the future they're gonna. I don't want to speak for them, but I'm confident that they in the future they'll see these flaws and try to accommodate. But for me, I just don't feel confident in the symphony that I'm investing in. And another issue is the fact that the back test, right? The back test is basically like if you look at. Let me go into one of my favorite. Used to be one of my favorite symphonies, like this one right here, right? It's showing that since existence, right, since it started trading live, that is up 2.5%. Well, when I was in it, I was actually down under the sorry, not 2.5%. The Sharp ratio is 2.5, and you can see it's up 670 or 343% since it's been started trading live. However, there's a discrepancy on that, right? What you're seeing, these numbers that you're seeing are based on um, the close price for the entire day, assuming you got a perfect fill. But that doesn't happen if your trades are executing between 1250 and 1300. The data is different. That the backtest is based on. You know what I'm saying? The backtest is based on when everything is closed, right? Everything's cool is cooled off, and then so it's a perfect fill as far as how the symphony is programmed. The criteria is that it's looking for. 10 minutes is a long time. Is a long time in trading. I mean, in trading for trading basically. So it's gonna be different. I'm gonna give an example here in a second. So your numbers or your back test is gonna be your live test is gonna be different than the back test. For instance, on the 4th of April, right? On the 4th of April, you will see that um, Composer showed a 14% jump. That day in the market was crazy, right? It was a 14% gain in the symphony, right? As far as the back test goes, right? So on that day, let me go back to the day before, right? Because the close. So on that day at close, it was in VIXM, right? It was in VIXM. However, my live I wish I would have kept it so you guys can see, but my live test or my live trading on this same symphony was in TECL, right? So I was getting killed, crushed, while this symphony was doing very well on that day, and then hence you see the performance. It looks pretty good, right, over time. It's not, and this is since it's been started trading live, right? This is not just simulated backtest. However, the discrepancy cannot be overlooked. So I can't feel confident that I'll get these same results or even close to this. Even the drawdown, this is being 32%. How would I know if my drawdown is going to be double that or not if I can't trust that the data that I'm looking at is going to be the same that I'll be getting when I'm in that symphony? So that's the reason why I decided to take a step back from Composer. I'm still going to play around with it here and there, but for the most part, until they start offering more trading windows and possibly chances for us to react when throughout intraday, then then I'll feel more confident. However, I'm sure that's going to create a lot of issues, especially if you have a small account. If they're executing trades intraday and so on and so forth, that might mess with the PDT issues. I'm not sure how that plays into effect when it comes to a rebalancer like Composer and those SEC rules. So um, they a lot to I guess more to come on that. But for now, for me personally, I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines and see if they offer more trade time. Maybe make it a choice to choose whether you want your trades to execute um, at the open or 10 a.m. on the East or Pacific, or obviously ultimately at the end of the day, or make the trades happen within the last 5 minutes as opposed to the last 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe push it closer to I don't know how as close as you can to that 1300 Pacific time. Maybe that would make a difference. But for me, like I don't looking back at the at how it was executed. Even if it was like at 12:59, I still think um it wouldn't have matched Composer's back test. But I don't want to ramble on that. I just wanted to be transparent as I've been this entire time, and I know I have a few folks who follow me, and want to hear what's going on when it comes to updating these my journey. So I'm giving you just real transparent, uh, uh, I guess, conversation when it comes to this process, man. It's not easy when it comes to investing, and you have to be your own CEO, right? Gotta make decisions, and this is one of the decisions I'm choosing to make right now. So as far as Composer goes, we're gonna cool off on that for now. Continue stacking our right, contributing to M1 Finance and continue doing those videos. And I'm also gonna start bringing some other exciting videos coming up. So stay tuned for that. I got some real big plans for the channel when it comes to this financial space. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? But anyways, if you feel the same way, drop a comment below. Let me know what you're seeing if you invest in Composer. Um, Obviously, if Composer improves, I'll definitely give it another shot. But hit the like button, subscribe. We're building real financial freedom here, brick by brick. Oh, and by the way, starting next week, I'm back. Right, I'm back into So had a long story. Look, I was overseas for a while. Wasn't able to get into my at that point it was a TD Ameritrade account, and then they converted it into Schwab, right? But I couldn't get access to my Thinkorswim account to do anything because I didn't have a my phone was put on pause, and I had no way of verifying getting around the two-way, what do you call it, the two-way handshake when it comes to authenticating into my account. Finally able to get that resolved. I'm back now, so I'm gonna be doing a lot more credit spreads, a lot more sniper, right. Very few long and bearish and bullish long option plays, right? But primarily more credit spreads and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be bringing you a lot of that. I'm going to be bringing you a lot more videos on that going forward and trying to build another account using those vehicles. Maybe mess with some features, right? Maybe trace some features, and sometimes doing it live as well. Real P&L, real charts, real execution, no BS, no simulated BS or none of that stuff. Real what do you call it? Real account size, real P and real losses and real gains as well. But we're gonna try to grow an account. I'm not sure what size I should start with Maybe if you can like, or sorry, if you can comment on below what you recommend. But right now I'm thinking about 2,500 just to start small, right? Um, but we'll see. But exciting stuff coming up. So stay with me, man. If you've been with me, been rocking with me this entire time, we're gonna make this. We're gonna show folks how to really be transparent and not sell people dreams as far as like how easy or how difficult it is to actually invest or trade these financial markets. Too many fake gurus are out there with fake, what do you call it? Fake simulated data or accounts, and selling courses and so on and so forth. I'm, I'm not selling no course. I never will. No Discord, any of that stuff. I just want to document my journey and share it with y'all, because I see a space for that too. I see a space in this YouTube world for that. So until next time, y'all, peace and love, and stay safe. Goodbye.